Remember is a 2022 Korean film. It is a revenge thriller that is based, is a remake of the 2015 Canadian film by Adam McGowan starring Christopher Plummer. So at first I was kind of like not really into that because, you know, the 2015 film was only okay, but I decided to take a risk and watch the Korean remake, and I'm glad I did. The Korean remake is now about 80-year-old Freddy. He works as a server at TGI Fridays, and he's going to retire soon. And now that his families are, you know, comfortable, they have their own, his children have their own families, he has to do what he needs to set out to do before the tumor and Alzheimer's takes over. He has promised to kill the 6 men responsible for the death of his family during the Japanese occupation of Korea from 1910 to 1945. So he lost his father, his mother, and his brother and his sister. So in order to do so, however, he has enacted a meticulous plan that he's been building up for decades, and he hires one of his old server buddies named Jason to drive him around. However, Jason gets sort of implicated in the crimes, and as detectives and the authorities start closing in, will, you know, Freddy be able to get the closures he so desperately needs. So this movie is a lot different from its original Canadian film counterpart. First off, the 2015 film, the original, only had a budget of about 10 mil. This one definitely seems like it has a higher budget, or it might not, because Korean films do a lot with very little. But this movie adds in a new element with the Jason character. He's the younger guy who gets roped into it. He's got his own troubles and money troubles, and, you know, Freddy helps him out, and they have a really great bond. It's like a friendship. It adds a really human element to it. It makes it less dreary than the original. There's those moments of levity with them hanging out and stuff. But this movie is also very angsty and very thrilling. You know, it's pretty violent. You know, whenever you see Freddy execute these people responsible for his family's, you know, misfortunes, and then he can't let it go. And a lot of the acting is put on the main shoulders of the main actor, and he's really good, even in old man makeup. And the movie's pretty thrilling throughout. The only fault I would have in the movie is that the movie has to copy the original in terms of the ending, and they sort of change it a little bit too to make it a little bit more, you know, different, I guess. I don't know why, but they seems a little bit too emotionally heavy at times. It's bordering on exploitation near the end there, but overall, it's still a really thrilling action movie, really robust direction. There's just like this banquet hall scene that has amazing cinematography, and like they just went all out for those. And there's some action scenes later on involving some new characters they throw in. I like those. So the movie definitely improves in a lot of areas, but it, you know, it's not a fair comparison because the remake might have a bigger budget. And, you know, they get to, you know, rewrite and add new stuff if they feel like it. So Remember is a pretty solid action thriller film. Good acting, great direction. A little bit weird in the end there, but I still enjoyed the movie overall. So I give Remember, the 2022 film, a 7 out of 10.